Justin, if you could introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Oh, thank you. My name is Justin Birangwa. I'm from Rwanda. I'm married to Chantal Babazi, and God has blessed us with 2 kids, Alegria, a daughter, and Aganze, a son. We all live in Kigali, and I've been ministering to RP ministry since 2017.
Justin, you've had an opportunity to go through the Romans challenge, and I'd like you to share how reading Romans 20 times and writing it out, how that's impacted you and your faith and your understanding of God's word, and maybe how it's impacted, been able to share with others and impacted others as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. I did Romans project. I took the challenge of reading 20 times and copying it out once. And reading the book of Romans 20 times has opened my eyes to see clearly the biblical gospel according to Paul, how he explained clearly the gospel from the very beginning, where mankind is sinful, and how God reached out to us through his son Jesus Christ, who came to die for us. Yes. Also, I came to understand especially chapter 9, 10, 11 clearly, because I wrestled so much with those chapters, especially thinking about God's election, how he chooses his people, how he saves those whom he chooses. But reading the book of Romans 20 times and copying it opened my eyes to see clearly how God is sovereign in choosing and saving his people. That has changed me so much, and it has also given me much passion to keep reading God's word, and also to help other people who are under my care, whom I'm ministering to. For instance, my passion for Romans project goes with the rural area pastors. Those pastors are less privileged in terms of being equipped. So I focus on them, where I give them the challenge to read the Bible, to read the book of Romans 20 times and copying it once. And I have realized and even seen some challenges among these pastors. For instance, there is one pastor whom took this Romans project initial challenge. When he completed reading the book of Romans 20 times and copying it, later on, he challenged his wife to read the book of Romans. And when I asked him, how did that come to be? He said, I noticed that I need to be fully and devoted in God's word in such a way that the results of this will affect my family, which is something that never happens among most Rwandans. They don't have this culture of reading the Bible and being devoted in God's word. That's one. A second one that I would mention, he read the book of Romans 20 times, and he came to understand what Christ has done for him, what he was saved from. Before reading the book of Romans, people would just ask him, are you a Christian? And he would say, yes. So what are you saved from? And he could wrestle with that. He couldn't be able just to give a proper answer. But after reading the book of Romans 20 times, he came to realize that Christ, actually what he was saved from was the penalty of sin. So, and I was so glad to see how God's word is impacting people's lives, especially the pastors. And I was so much confident in God's word and in God, and in the very fact that these pastors are taking this challenge of reading the Bible and being immersed in God's word and abiding in God's word. My confidence was that since they are now reading God's word faithfully and consistently, they are going also to preach from it, and their congregation, those who are under their cares, they are going to hear God's word preached faithfully. That's another thing that I would share. In addition to that, I've taken responsibility just to keep working with pastors in even Kigali. I'm thinking about how to strategize myself where the pastors in Kigali also will continue just to read God's word and also share it with their congregations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Justin.